All right, so we're diving deep today. Back into, like, the heart of 1990.
Oh, yep.
The Berlin Wall's down, right? The Iron Curtain's, like, literally rusting open.
Yeah,
And all across Europe, there's this energy, this feeling of hope,
absolutely.
but also, like, a little bit of what's next, you know?
Yeah.
The kind of uncertainty.
Oh, totally.
And right in the middle of all of this German rock band, the Scorpions, they release Wind of Change,
Classic.
and it becomes, like, the anthem for this crazy time.
Yeah, it's amazing how a song can just capture a moment like that.
Right. It's like, how often does a rock song become the soundtrack to, like, a historical turning point?
Seriously, it's wild.
So we're going to unpack the lyrics of Wind of Change, look at the imagery, the themes, all of it,
Sounds
to
good.
figure out how it nailed the feeling of 1990 so perfectly.
I'm into it.
Okay, so the song starts with this incredibly vivid scene. The singer is walking down the Moscow, the river that goes right through Moscow.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting. He's going to Gorky Park.
Hmm.
And Gorky Park, at the time, was a really big deal.
It was. And what's fascinating about Gorky Park in this song is, you have to understand, during the Soviet era, it was this very controlled, almost artificial version of public life.
Like staged, almost.
Exactly. But then perestroika happens, things begin to loosen up a little, and Gorky Park starts to represent that shift.
I see.
It becomes a place where people can gather, talk freely after decades of Cold War tension.
Right.
So by placing us right there in Gorky Park, the song immediately connects us with that feeling of change, of a society opening up.
Oh, that's really clever. It's like a shortcut to understanding the whole mood of the time.
Right.
But then the lyrics hit you with this line. August, summer night, soldiers passing by.
Ooh, yeah.
It's such a chilling juxtaposition.
Yeah.
You have this beautiful summer night, and then this reminder of
Cool.
the past, right? Like the future wasn't guaranteed quite yet.
Exactly. And that's what's so brilliant about it. Even with all the hope and optimism in the air, the song acknowledges that history doesn't just disappear overnight.
Yeah.
Those soldiers, they're a subtle reminder of the Soviet Union's past, of how quickly things could revert back to the way they were.
Right. That fear was very real.
Absolutely. And then throughout the song, you have that repeated line, listening to the wind of change. It's like the whole world holding its breath, wondering what's going to happen next.
Yeah, totally.
It's uncertain, but hopeful.
Okay. So, moving on to the second verse, things get even more interesting, I think.
Okay. What do you see there?
Well, the world is closing in,
Right.
which you could interpret as the fall of the Iron Curtain, right? Like those barriers are coming down.
Right.
But at the same time, there's this deep desire for connection, for brothers to come together in this new world.
It's easy to forget that the fall of the Iron Curtain wasn't just exciting for people. For many, it was terrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
The familiar, even if it was restrictive, was gone. The future was this big unknown.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the use of the word brothers here is so powerful because it cuts through all the political stuff, the ideology. It's a yearning for unity, for understanding, at a time when those divisions were literally being broken down.
It's a very human desire, when you put it like that.
Yeah, it's universal.
Okay, then we get to the chorus.
Oh, man.
Pure chills, magic of the moment, glory night, children of tomorrow, dreaming away.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's not just hope. It's that feeling of, like, standing on the edge of something massive, something you can't even comprehend yet.
It's powerful. And those words, magic, glory, dreaming, they weren't chosen by accident.
Right.
They perfectly encapsulate the almost reckless optimism of that time, especially among young people who dared to believe that the future could be radically different, better than anything their parents had known.
It's inspiring in a way.
It is.
Okay, so last verse. We're back in those Moscow streets. But something feels different now.
How?
Well, the lyrics say, distant memories are buried in the past. Walking to Gorky Park isn't just a walk anymore. It feels purposeful, like a deliberate step into this new era.
Right, like a statement.
Exactly. It's like the singer, and maybe even us listening, are ready to face whatever comes next.
It's like the song takes us on a journey that mirrors history itself, wouldn't you say?
In a way, yeah.
We start uncertain, hesitant, and we end with this sense of cautious optimism.
Like a careful hopefulness.
Yeah, this belief that even though the future is unknown, maybe, just maybe, things will be all right. That's why Wind of Change still resonates with people today, I think.
It's real, it's raw, it's emotional.
Absolutely.
It's amazing when you think about it, what music can do. Wind of Change never even mentions the Berlin Wall directly.
Right.
But you hear it, and you feel that whole era.
It's powerful.
It makes you wonder, though, right? What from our lives Will people look back on decades from now and instantly feel what we feel right now?
Interesting.
What captures this moment in history, the way Wind of Change did back then?
That's something to think about.
It really is.
It really is.
All right, everyone, keep those thoughts coming. Until next time, dive deep and stay curious.